Well, I first met Forrest through the plumbing works. I had to have some work done on a house that I owned in Springfield, and I didn't know who to get. So Elton suggested that I get Forrest because he had done his bathroom and he was reasonable and prompt. And so I called Forrest, and he came right over, and he went over to Springfield, and he got that house ready so that I could sell it. He did a lot of things, and it took a few years, but he finally finished it, and I sold it just last year. I had a problem with my bathroom that my son-in-law discovered in August when they were here from California. I had a glass brick wall that had the plaster and the wall underneath that wall had rotted out with dry rot, and the water was leaking from the shower down behind the walls. And so my son and my son-in-law, they caulked it, and then we put up a plastic shower curtain, and so that the water wouldn't get run down anymore. And so I called Forrest, and he came over, and he gave me an estimate. And then my son-in-law kind of questioned him a little bit. He thought, well, let's call other contractors and see what they can do. And so I did, and one of them gave me an estimate right away. Another one, he never did call me back, but I couldn't make up my mind what I wanted in there. I talked about a surround, getting a new tub. I knew we were going to have to take out that wall, and I was delighted with that. And then I really couldn't make up my mind exactly what I wanted in there. I wanted it to go with the house because the house was built in 1935, and I wanted to keep it as authentic as I could, but still functional. And I'm getting up in years, and I wanted the house to be in condition so that when my heirs had to sell it or rent it or something, that it would be in good condition. And so when I finally decided what I was going to do, I called Forrest again, and I tell you, he was just here within a minute or two. He was so prompt, and he went over everything with me and tried to help me figure out what I should do and what would be the right thing to do. He checked on the prices of things, and then when I finally did decide what to do, the guys were just here in minutes, and they were here for probably 2 weeks working on the bathroom. And I trust those guys with everything. I had to go out doing some errands, and they were in and out of the house, and I felt perfectly confident that I could leave the house open to them, and they would take care of things. And another thing, they didn't stand around doing nothing. They were working the whole time that they were here. And I do appreciate that too. And then Forrest came in and he checked on it too. And finally got me doing the things that I should have been doing. He threw in a round shower curtain rod that I had misgivings about, but it was just exactly what I had envisioned, and I was so pleased. He was able to keep my tub, which is an old one. It was built in 1928. It's a crane. He says, well, Betty, we can paint that. And I tell you, I could have hugged him. In fact, I did. But I just can't say enough about Forrest and his crew. They're wonderful. I just love them to death. He's my guy.